Begin this hour, continuing our coverage with breaking news. At least one officer is dead, two others wounded after a shooting in Dallas.
Definitely a tough morning. Fox 4's Tisa Muzinga live at the Dallas Medical Center where officers met to grieve their fallen comrade. She joins us with more. Tisa.
Yeah, good morning to you both. I mean, really not a good morning. It's actually really devastating, and it was hard to see some of the officers, dozens of officers here paying their respects. I want you to see the video. I mean, I've been here since, I would say, before 2 a.m., and it's just been heartbreaking for, everyone that's been here since this morning, as far as, the officers and Fort Worth Police. We're also here, not just supporting, but also helping out and assisting and kind of coordinating things as well, as far as helping media get information and so forth like that. But yeah, I've seen people, the officers praying for one another. I've seen them embracing one another as well, also saluting to what appeared to be the family as well. And I did also see, when the procession started, the medical staff, some medical staff at the hospital here come out and show their respects and also embrace each other as well, which was very emotional. But we did speak to a spokesperson for the Dallas Police Department, and I want you guys to listen into what she had to say. She's asking right now that everyone come together and pray for the department and the community.
Our department is hurting. We have officers who are injured, who are in the hospital, and we lost one of our own. We asked tonight and this morning for the thoughts and prayers of our city, for not only those who are recovering in the hospital, but for our fallen, for their family, and for their loved ones, and for us as a department as well.
And I want to mention, guys, when we were talking to the spokesperson, you could just see her holding back tears. As you can imagine, it's been very hard and emotional for the police department. This is the call that you never want to hear or get as well. But again, it's quiet right now. We did see some people come out here as well that looked like they lived not too far from the area, also showing their respects as well, up until the procession, which started about 4 a.m., a little after 4 a.m. As we carried here on Fox 4. But again, right now, just quiet. But as she just mentioned, right now they're just asking for prayers and support. But I will say this too, and I've mentioned this all morning, is as people are taking in this emotional day, I have seen a lot of people also just supporting one another, because that's just what the community is. So although it's hard to see what's going on and what's unfolding here, and the news of the officer being shot and killed, I will say that it's been nice to see people bringing each other up, and I've seen other people wipe each other's tears as well. Back to you guys.
All right, Tisia, thank you. Such a somber morning, and our coverage continues from the scene where this shooting all started.
Fox 4's Alex Boyer has the latest from East Oak Cliff. Alex.
So I'm standing along Ledbetter Drive here, which is shut down. To give folks some perspective, we're about a block off of Marcellus Avenue. This is as close as we can get to where that shooting happened, because of the fact that you can see here the scene is still cordoned off as investigators continue to process what happened here. In the distance, that is where that very active crime scene is. Now, just after 10 o'clock last night, 911 dispatch got a call about an officer in distress, and when Dallas police officers arrived on scene near the Oak Cliff Community Center, they found a fellow DPD officer shot in his marked patrol car. Responding officers then exchanged gunfire with the suspect at the scene, and two officers were shot. The suspect then fled the scene by car, and other responding officers followed. Now, TxDOT cameras captured part of that chase as it moved along Loop 12, headed north along west side of Dallas, making its way onto I-35 East. Surrounding agencies then were called in to help. That chase ended in Louisville, where the suspect was killed by police. Now, Dallas police spokeswoman Kristen Lauman, who we heard from earlier in Tisia's report, in that very short news conference, she did not take any questions, but did try to lay out how things played out. And she said that when officers encountered the suspect in Louisville, that the suspect got out of the vehicle with a long gun in their hand, and that is when Dallas police officers returned fire and that suspect died on scene. So at this point, what we know is sadly one officer, a DPD officer from this original scene here in Dallas, was killed by the suspect. We know that the two others are still in the hospital being treated for their injuries. At this point, again, no additional details from Kristen Lauman, not taking any questions. She says Chief Eddie Garcia, who appears to possibly be out of town, is briefed on what's happening. He, of course, is going to gather all the facts, all of the information, and what has been typical protocol in the coming days, he will hold a news conference and brief reporters with more details about exactly what transpired. But what they're looking to do at this point is really get a gauge as to what happened here at this initial scene. The motive remains unclear. Back to you.